Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
G Fuel.
G Fuel, guys. It helps me get through the day, especially when I'm reviewing bad games.
There's up to 30% off on select tubs. There's a new pinup girlfriend, OJ, if you're into, there's thick Latinas.
What's it look like?
Tamarind Agua Fresca.
Okay. Gotcha. Nice.
They know what they know what they're doing in the marketing. Yeah, but there's all sorts of great ones out there. So check out G Fuel.
Okay.
Ready to jump right into the news?
Yes. What the hell has been going on in gaming news part 2? Oh, I put up a 40-minute trailer breakdown, new behind-the-scenes footage, Joe. I didn't know it was 40 minutes long. I was just talking about Superman. And, if you guys aren't there to, like, hey, we wrap it up, kick my foot or something, I just went 40 minutes. So it's already probably up before the news, so nobody watched it because it's 40 minutes long. But I don't care. I'm putting it out there anyway. So go watch that. And,
it's all good stuff, right?
All good stuff. We filmed some parodies for an upcoming Angry review. If you were wondering, what the hell, well, that'll be in the news. We'll talk about it here in 1 or 2.
Right now.
We'll talk about it right now. It's we're working on Atomfall. So, we completed 2 games early. We completed South of Midnight and Atomfall, and I was like, man, maybe I'll just go on to Doom because nobody really cares about these games or whatever. But I said, you know what? No, we finished them. What are we doing? Let's go ahead and review them. So they're going to be late. Probably nobody going to see them, but we have it there for posterity's sake. And
we have fun. We
had fun. We had a lot of fun.
We filmed a bunch of goofy shit. You should watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Atomfall, Rebellion CEO said it did really well. They had some decent expectations for it, and they definitely surpassed them. So
that's good. We had a good time with it.
Yeah, they said that hey, we didn't get everything right. They're acknowledging that there's some stuff that they definitely need to work on.
Yes.
But
yeah, you'll see that in the review. In fact, I'm probably more angry with it than might come across because we did have some fun, but there's some things in it that really piss me off. Yep. The most. What games do to annoy you, this game has a lot of, but I do think, you'll see more in the review.
Yeah. So he says we want to do more Sniper Elite, we want to do more Zombie Army, we want to do more Star Wars Brigade, and now it looks like we want to do more Atomfall. So it sounds like we're going to get more of it. People,
if they could find the resources to do it, it's almost as if they didn't expect it to be a success and they just was doing a one-off. Now they're like, shit, we have to move some shit around here to see if we can do it. And then that kind of leads me to believe, oh no, is it going to be another lower half effort? Not enough resources there. No, you got to pour. If you're going to do a sequel, you better fucking focus and hunker down.
And tweak the stuff that we mentioned.
Yeah, the foundations are there, right?
Yes.
And so you got to hope that because the foundations are there, now they can work on refining some of the systems and stop wasting my goddamn time. But he said that it's nice when marketing comes back to you and says, yep, we underestimated our high-level success. And so it's a good thing. I like when people make video games. Some of these AA companies moving on up. Some of the AAA companies we've been talking about for years are shit, and they don't make anything good, and they have to remind themselves, like, who's the CEO that's always like, we just have to make good games. It's like, that's why you get paid the big bucks. And so AA companies moving up, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah. Because
there's a lot of really passionate people in the AA space. Speaking of success, Phil Spencer has talked about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a game that I loved. You
amazing.
Guys, it was super surprising. It was really great. And so it sounds like we're getting more Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And so he's
still the older ones, though, right? We're not going into the Uncharted ones, stupid Crystal Skull.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't know anything about the.
I did watch it.
You did watch it?
Yeah, because that was the only thing I didn't see on the plane. I was like, I saw every movie. I was like, all right, let me just put it on.
You could have just shut your eyes for an hour.
And I even wanted to walk out of that airplane.
Yeah, he specifically said we do think there's life in that franchise. It was a success. Xbox needs as many successes as they can. They paid a lot of money for Bethesda, and as one of their under companies, it gives them something to continue to work on. I think they did a wonderful job.
They did.
Voice
Maybe
acting,
want to go
everything.
back and watch the movies as well.
Yeah, the good ones.
Yes.
Yeah, just the good ones.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 good ones. One that I love that's not very good, and then some dog shit ones. Because Temple of Doom I love, but it's not a very good one.
More original stories with Troy Baker.
Yeah, he did.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did. He did awesome. Plus, you get to kill people with frying pans. I love that. Just absolutely love that. Speaking of indie games, Tempest Rising, game that we played, did a video on. It's super fun. RTS accidentally released an entire week early on Steam.
I know I help promote the game because I like to, I like these RTSs. I like the nostalgia. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's good for everybody. I hate the whole early access for some, early access for none. So I will laugh at your marketing misfortune, even though I helped with marketing, because that's the way it should be, honestly.
Yeah.
So what they just said, all right, fuck it, we'll roll with it.
Yeah, they accidentally. So if you could get an entire week early if you paid the deluxe edition, which is I think
I hate that.
I hate it. I have always hated it. It sucks. And so
it feels scummy. I get well, you're a contributor. Like, there's different ways to do it.
Yeah.
If you do it early access and you're starting to develop the game, then I understand. Oh, you get access to it because you pay into it. And it's just like the weak thing because it's,
when the game is done, you release it.
Right.
Yeah, it's silly. So it was supposed to come out April 24th. Instead, they released it for everybody on April 17th. And so a bunch of people paid for early access. And they've apologized, and they're like, well, they're working on some DLC, some custom stuff for those people.
Interesting.
To make it feel. Which
they're
honestly,
trying to give those people who paid extra to be exclusive something extra and exclusive. But honestly, if I was one of the people that paid early, I don't think I'd fucking care. But I guess they do because that's why they paid.
Maybe. Well, it could be. Some people just excited about playing
I
games.
was like, buy the game because we had a lot of fun with it. We played.
Yeah.
The gameplay is good. They do videos before and after. They do the talky bits before and after. Not live action, but CGI. So the lip syncing is off. The voice acting is terrible.
Hey, Tim Curry was
It's
terrible
awful.
too.
But it's like that cheesiness that kind of works there. So
Exactly.
and I was like, just buy it because I want to support people that still do RTSs with love like this. And yeah, there's some bits that they can improve, and I'm sure they will. But
I played it offline, and we play a ton of video games. It's kind of our job. And so when I fire up a game when the cameras aren't on, I know that they've got something good.
Yeah.
It had all of the warm and fuzzies. So this wasn't supposed to be an advertisement for them. This was supposed to be a haha, you fucked up.
I laugh at your misfortune.
It's
it was a hilarious misfortune, but it ends up good overall.
Yeah. We got some leaks of the rumored Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster. I don't know if you kids know, but Oblivion was fucking awesome. They had potato faces. Shit didn't work. It's also where some of the worst gaming practices ever came from. But wonderful writing. Absolutely incredible. So a remaster is something that...
Horse armor. Yeah, I would get it. I would love to go through that again on our Twitch with our community and just play it. I can't remember shit, about the storyline. It's been so long. So it would be like a brand new game to me. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. There's some things. I remember some things. I also have heavily modded Oblivion a couple years ago, and it was, we went through some of the quest lines. Some of the quest lines are just incredible. So if you're a big fan of Skyrim, I think you should be looking at this one. There's still Skyblivion's still coming out, too, where people are mixing the two things together. And so... those modders said that they're still going through. That's still a passion project. They're going to finish what they wanted to do. So we'll have to have this hold this over because Elder Scrolls, whatever the next one is, probably still forever away. We'll get Beyond Good and Evil too before we get
No,
the
we
next
won't.
Elder Scrolls. All right. Well, now to the Nintendo news. A major Nintendo supplier has warned that Nintendo Switch 2 will be subject to 145% U.S. tariffs. The tech tariffs are confusing suppliers, but this is something that they've confirmed. People were thinking that maybe they slip in early. There's, because like Apple did, they filled up a plane with however many tons of iPhones to try to get around some of these tariffs, and then the tariffs went away because there's no consistent policy whatsoever on any of these things. So this supplier is saying that they themselves are getting hit by 145% tariffs on goods for China. So people are wondering, what does that mean for U.S. consumers? Well, Nintendo has confirmed this week that the U.S. pre-order date for Switch 2 will be April 24th, and the price is going to remain at $450.
There's something going on. I
There
don't know.
is the catch is the accessories, which are already super inflated, are going to be even more inflated. Those are going to be hit by the tariffs. But now Nintendo is
Are
operating.
you saying accessory prices are going up, or is this just a speculation?
They have confirmed the price of accessories would be affected by recent market developments.
Yeah, but they were already overpriced.
Yes.
The accessories were already overpriced.
Before
and they're going to keep... I imagine when you announce a console price, you fucking keep the console price that. You eat the cost, you know? But I already think, despite what Nintendo says, despite what anybody else says, they already built in some of that because they knew that this might be coming in tariffs and that thing. So the fact that some people were shocked that the console itself was already a little expensive, people didn't expect that $500
right?
bundle price. Yeah, you know, with the bundle and everything.
Yeah.
So... yeah, well, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Nintendo. I don't care.
I honestly
I'm not giving you credit for eating that cost. I'm not, because you want $80 games, and you're not worth $80 games, and that Mario Kart is no fuck
And
off.
you telling me that stick camera is going to be like $100 now?
Yeah, that fucking
That
$60 piece of shit.
But
camera.
you need it so you can get 5
Well, you
frames
need
per
a
second for
5
subscription,
frames per second
on Discord.
But you're going
Gotta
to need like a
have that.
subscription or something because like pretty much it's going to be rendered useless, right?
So
Yeah,
I
you could
actually
be-
calculated the price is a lot higher than $450 because you have to do Nintendo Online, which is a subscription service. So you pay for that. Then you pay for the camera in order to actually get the full service of the chat and everything. So then
Hey,
you have
Joe.
another $120 on top of your $450 or $500 bundle. Oh, and by the way, the bundle is limited supply only. The Mario Kart price at $50 with bundled in, it's limited supplies only, even though it's a digital fucking code.
It's only 10. Better hurry up and get it.
Yeah.
So stupid. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Well, I mean, remember the pre-sale
Fuck off.
The pre-sale way that they're distributing these things is you have to have been a subscriber and you have to have opted in for these emails. So if you are one of those people who is a Nintendo diehard who has opted in for all of these things, make sure that you constantly be checking your email because there are limited supplies for all of these things, like Joe said, and the pre-order date is...
save yourself some money. Don't check your email.
Well, the Nintendo diehards are buying it.
They're
no
going to
matter
buy it
what.
regardless.
Yeah, the people who are mad at you for speaking ill of Daddy Nintendo.
Premium price, premium quality.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's also word that all of the new SD cards, the specific upgraded SD cards, are selling out everywhere because people are excited for all of these things. So we got a lot of real fun things to deal with as far as the Nintendos. As soon as I got the official numbers for what the Joy-Cons are going to be, I didn't see them. I don't know if they're out yet, but the Joy-Cons were already expensive. I think $80.
I think they were 80.
Yeah, but
80 or
if those
90.
are going up, I don't know.
We'll keep you updated if and when those prices go up of the accessories in order for them to try to offset the cost.
So you can't have more than 2 players. It's like, well, get another Joy-Con. Can't afford it. Too expensive.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're over $100, like I'm not.
2 players only.
Where are the Mad Cats? Give me the goddamn Mad Cats, because it's just like we invite 2 people over we don't like. And it's like you play with those ones.
It's like, oh man.
We got them at Target, and they don't even have the mouse function. So, all right, that's what I got. You had some Amazon news for me.
Amazon, yeah, this was exciting news. I picked it up here. I was going through Carl Urban returning in DREDD series at Amazon from the boys team. It's a big rumor. Okay, it hits the net that Carl Urban will be returning as DREDD in an early development in Amazon Prime. Man, I've been on Rebellion's ass, you guys that made it Atomfall, to get their fucking DREDD series going because they want to create complete creative control. They were working on a series. It was going fucking nowhere for years. I'm getting fucking annoyed and angry. You know, the Carl Urban one was received well, but didn't make any money. Yeah. It wasn't financially successful. But I think people like that version, and I would support a continuation of that version, but I need a little brighter, more wacky, more actual block war stuff. They only had like individual towers. It was too sort of sanitized for me and then too more modern, realistic. It needs to go a little bit more towards its 2000 AD comic roots. And no, Not
I was
the
gonna say,
fucking-
you said you wanted to be more
Not the
cheesy or
fucking
something.
Sly Stallone version, Joe.
I got just the act for you, Rob Schneider.
God damn it. He ruined everything. So he started way back in 2012. This is when it's 2012. It's on HBO Max if y'all want to watch it again. And there was talk of him doing a DREDD Mega City 1 TV series at the time, but unfortunately that never came into fruition. But I'm hearing actually that the production team behind The Boys are the ones who are excited and potentially set to handle it. So they're talking about it, trying to get it going. They're already looking for writers. Possibly, it sounds like Carl Urban will be on board as a producer as well, or at the very least closely involved to make sure things stay on track. I'm okay with that, but I want you to just pull Carl Urban from that and then put him into a new universe, a cross between the first 10 minutes of Sly Stallone's version and then the theme and everything else from DREDD. I need that sort of the high-rise blocks, a little bit of comic wackiness, and some color in there, and then we're going to have an amazing series because I have been dying for a DREDD series.
He's all about that
so
color.
long. Now, I hope these rumors are true. They're just rumors right now, but Amazon wants another hit. They want another mature, bloody, gory, action thing after The Boys completes, and this seems like a perfect project for that. Another perfect project to piss Alex off is Pacific Rim. His favorite, and Joe didn't like Pacific Rim either. I was mad at Joe when I walked out of the theater, man. I was like, "Oh, that was so cool! I love the kaijus, I love the robots."
I do like
it. Doesn't
it
hit like I wanted it to
Nope.
hit, but I'll still forgive it in aspects because I want this to propel and get more movies like that. And I remember Joe was like, "Nah, man,
It wasn't it.
I kind of like the first
I got
one,
mad
but
Then the
Joe for
second
that.
one,
I got
I
mad
was
at
like,
Joe.
"Oh my god, what is this trash?"
Yeah, the
trash.
second one was not
There's
good.
a
And then there's a
with,
cartoon series.
Atlantic Rim.
Not good. Kind of a waste of time. Well, there's a prequel series to the Pacific Rim. It's in development. It just landed at Amazon. We're talking live action. We're not talking cartoon. We're not talking CGI.
I love the concept, though.
Yeah,
It's great
so
stuff.
that would be cool. More kaijus, more Jaegers, and hopefully from all this other media, the failures of the sequels and spin-offs, maybe they'll do it right this time and focus
Amazon's
on
got to do a good job, a good Pacific Rim job.
They do some good jobs, and then they do terrible fucking childhood ruining, source material destroying jobs on others. So you're right. You're right to be skeptical. You're right to be negative on it. But I want them to right this fucking ship, and you have to get the people behind it that are interested in it.
It's going to cost too much money, and I think they're going to do the thing where they're like, hey, now we get to focus on the people and entirely the people, and in one season we'll get one kaiju fight because we have to focus on
the money
because we have to put it focus on the relationships.
Well, they're going to hopefully cancel Rings of Power so they get some money. They get some money back. They don't have to fucking keep producing season after season after season 3 and put that into DREDD, put that into Pacific Rim, okay? Because both Pacific Rim and DREDD specifically needs a lot of money to work for that vision that I have for it to happen.
At least 10 million
Warhammer,
episodes.
right?
Well, we don't.
Maybe.
We haven't heard
Man,
anything.
this Warhammer thing, I don't know, man, Joe. I feel like that's falling apart already. This is crazy, dude. But that needs money, too.
Yeah, they're taking off a lot. So I was like, how are they going to use the resources?
Yeah.
There's some. I hear from people who are haters of the. I stopped. We watch Wheel of Time because it was absolute doo-doo garbage.
Never saw it.
But apparently, season 3 they've turned it around a little bit, and they're still doing their own shit, which is mind-boggling because it's like you just follow the books and everything would be
Guys,
better.
I'm using this opportunity to mention. Me and my girlfriend watched A Working Man over the weekend. And it
I'm
was,
just a working man.
Yeah, it's Jason Statham in doing what you think Jason Statham would do. And I was like, oh, this will be tropey and fun. It is the fucking worst Jason Statham movie I've ever fucking seen. And it's because the writing is so bad. It's been so long since I've seen writing like this, Joe. The writing is weaker than your B movies that you show me. And I looked up who wrote it. Guess who wrote it, Joe? And this is how I'm tying into what we just talked about with Judge Dredd. Guess who wrote it?
Rob Schneider.
Close. Who wrote it?
I don't know.
I don't want to be
Who
close.
starred
I was like-
alongside Rob Schneider?
I was like, there's multiple people like Adam Sandler,
Who starred alongside Rob Schneider
David Spade.
in the movie we just talked about? DREDD.
Sylvester.
Sylvester Stallone
Sylvester
wrote the
Stallone.
fucking movie. It says screenwriter Sly Stallone and David Ayer, the guy that did the original Suicide Squad. It's so bad. I almost want to force you two to watch and for us to review it because my girlfriend gave it a 1 and I gave it a fucking 1. It's bad. It is really bad. And you know, I was already going in expecting a working man to be bad, but like the tropey fun action.
Did you see Beekeeper?
So bad, huh?
Beekeeper.
It makes Beekeeper look like a masterpiece.
Oh, because Beekeeper is fun, but it's fucking stupid. But it's fun, and it's like, oh, this is Jason Statham. He ex special forces, and now he's trying to live his life.
We're saying Beekeeper is well written. That's how you fucking. That's how bad you need to almost see this. It's so bad.
Oh, well,
but no, I had to pay $20 for it, and that's why I'm so pissed because it said Amazon MGM Studios. And I was like, why wasn't it fucking free? I guess it was. It is still in theaters, so it's like simultaneous theaters and VOD.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. DREDD did okay. Looping all the way back. I was looking up some of its previous box because it was around the time when people were buying DVDs
it just
and Blu-rays.
didn't make any money.
Not in the movie theater. No, not at all. And so it sold 650,000 DVD and Blu-rays. It was one of the top Amazon selling home media for like rental and stuff. And so it's like it's probably made its money back, and so it wasn't a total loss. And everyone blamed the like even. Carl Urban was like, you guys screwed up the marketing so bad no one knew this movie was coming out. Because I thought it was... I view that one kind of like Constantine, where in no way is it faithful to the source material, but I fucking love it, and when it's on, I watch it. And it's just like, this is...
Yeah.
So.
That was a good one.
All right, anything else?
No.
All right, well, guys, go check out G Fuel. Use our code up to 30% off on tubs. There's a lot of great stuff. I like this.
Elden Ring is one of our faves.
Tutti Frutti is
Each
actually
sale
really
we
good.
make directly supports the show. So thank you, guys.
And there's a new
for
pin up.
continuing
OJ
with
really likes her.
Try all these new flavors coming out. Latina.
Agua fresca.
There you go. All right, guys. We'll see you on part 2 and on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.